Of all the legends to ever grace the beautiful game, one name stands alone. A player who redefined what it meant to be a forward, a force so complete, so unstoppable, that even the greatest defenders trembled at his mere presence. Ronaldo Nazário, known simply as the Phenomenon, was a footballer who had it all: speed that left opponents in the dust, dribbling that seemed to defy physics, and a finishing touch so lethal it felt inevitable. He danced with the ball like it was an extension of his soul, dominating every stage he stepped on, from the streets of Rio to the grandest stadiums in Europe. Many still argue he's the most complete striker to ever play the game, a player who, despite the cruel hand of injuries, left an indelible mark on football history. In an era where the game has evolved with the likes of Haaland and Mbappé dominating headlines in 2025, Ronaldo's legacy still looms large, a benchmark for what true greatness looks like. Today we'll journey through his extraordinary career, from his childhood in Brazil to his record-breaking transfers, his World Cup heroics, and the heartbreaking injuries that couldn't dim his brilliance. We'll uncover new stories, revisit iconic moments, and explore why Ronaldo Nazário remains the ultimate footballing icon. The streets of Rio, a star is born. Ronaldo Nazário's story begins in the gritty streets of Rio de Janeiro, where football isn't just a game, it's a way of life. Born on September 18, 1976, in a working-class neighborhood, Ronaldo Luis Nazário de Lima was destined for greatness from the moment he could kick a ball. His mother, Sonia, often recalled how young Ronaldo would skip school to play with friends, chasing a tattered ball through narrow alleyways. "I always found him on the streets," she'd say, playing when he should have been studying. By age 11, his parents' divorce hit hard, leading him to drop out of school entirely. Football became his escape, his sanctuary, a passion that shielded him from life's hardships. It was on those uneven streets, dodging potholes and stray dogs, that Ronaldo honed his craft, developing a touch so soft, a control so precise, that the ball seemed glued to his feet. At 12, he joined Social Ramos, a local futsal team, and his talent exploded. In his first season, he scored an astonishing 166 goals, including 11 in a single match out of his team's 12 total goals. Imagine the opposing kids, probably ready to quit after the 10th goal sailed past. Futsal, with its tight spaces and fast pace, taught Ronaldo to think quickly, move fluidly, and master the art of improvisation. He later said, "Futsal was my first love. It's where I learned to control the ball in the tightest spaces." That raw, street-honed skill caught the eye of Brazilian legend Jairzinho, the 1970 World Cup hero, who scored in every round alongside Pelé. Jairzinho saw a spark in the young Ronaldo, a kid who moved differently, who played with a joy and flair that set him apart. He knew this 16-year-old prodigy was special, and he was right. Early career breakthrough, from Cruzeiro to stardom. At 16, Ronaldo's life changed forever. Jairzinho, recognizing his potential, recommended him to Cruzeiro, despite Ronaldo's dream of playing for Flamengo, the club he'd idolized since childhood, where legends like Zico had starred. Flamengo, however, passed on him, a decision they'd soon regret. Jairzinho's persistence paid off, and Ronaldo signed with Cruzeiro in 1993. Making his senior debut at such a young age, Ronaldo faced grown men twice his size, yet he played with a fearlessness that belied his years. I mean, at 16, most of us were probably still figuring out how to beat the Elite Four in Pokemon. I know I was. But Ronaldo, he was scoring 5 goals in a single match, shocking the Brazilian football scene. In 2 seasons with Cruzeiro, he netted 44 goals in 47 games, a jaw-dropping 0.94 goals per game ratio, helping a mid-tier club win the Brazilian Cup. Former Brazilian captain Cafu recalled seeing him play. He was still a kid, but he scored 5 goals in 1 game. From that moment, we knew he was a phenomenon. Ronaldo's exploits earned him a call-up to Brazil's 1994 World Cup squad at just 17. Though he didn't play a minute, being around legends like Romario and Bebeto gave him a taste of glory as Brazil lifted the trophy. That same year, Ronaldo moved to Europe, joining PSV Eindhoven on Romario's recommendation. In his first season, he scored 35 goals in 36 appearances, a 0.97 goals per game ratio, stunning the Eredivisie. You will get this info from the La Liga official website. German World Cup winner Rudi Völler, after Ronaldo's hat trick against Bayer Leverkusen in the UEFA Cup, said, "Never in my life have I seen an 18-year-old play this way." His second season at PSV saw his first major injury, limiting him to 21 games, yet he still scored 19 goals, maintaining his near goal per game ratio. Ronaldo's dribbling was mesmerizing. It was like the ball was an extension of his body, faster with it than without, a skill forged in Rio's futsal courts. Barcelona and the peak of perfection. By 1996, Ronaldo was a global sensation, and Barcelona came calling, smashing the world record transfer fee with a 19.5 million euro move, equivalent to over 40 million euros in today's money. At just 20, he took La Liga by storm, scoring 47 goals in 49 appearances, winning the La Liga Top Scorer Award, the European Golden Boot, and helping Barcelona secure the UEFA Cup Winners' Cup with a goal in the final, plus the Copa del Rey and Spanish Super Cup. His physical prime was a sight to behold, insanely fast, strong, and perfectly built to shrug off defenders. Atletico Madrid's Quinton Fortune said, "I wanted to be Pelé as a kid, but then I met Ronaldo. He was technical, quick, strong, smart, everything." Ronaldo's goals often saw him rounding keepers like they were kids on a playground, his speed and power leaving defenders helpless. Jose Mourinho, then a Barcelona assistant, later said, "Ronaldo is the greatest player I've ever seen." That season, Ronaldo became the youngest FIFA World Player of the Year at 20, though he controversially lost the Ballon d'Or to Matthias Sammer by a single vote. A travesty, if you ask me. In 1997, Inter Milan broke the transfer record again, paying 27 million euros to sign him. Serie A was the toughest defensive league at the time, yet Ronaldo adapted, scoring 34 goals in 47 matches, a 0.72 goals per game ratio, while becoming a more complete forward, adding assists and mastering free kicks, as BBC Sport put it. He won his second FIFA World Player of the Year and his first Ballon d'Or, again the youngest ever at 21, though it should have been his second. By 1998, at just 22, Ronaldo was the undisputed best striker in the world, captaining Inter Milan and leading Brazil in the World Cup, where he scored 4 goals and earned 3 assists, winning the Golden Ball despite Brazil's loss to France in the final, which is clearly mentioned on FIFA official website. Injuries and the comeback of a lifetime. Just when Ronaldo seemed untouchable, tragedy struck. In 1999, during a match against Lazio, he limped off with a ruptured tendon in his knee, requiring major surgery. He returned too early in 2000 for a Coppa Italia match, only to collapse after 6 minutes with a complete rupture of his kneecap tendons, a devastating injury that left the football world in shock. Opposing players, including Diego Simeone, rushed to his side, a testament to how universally loved Ronaldo was. He missed the entire 2000 to 2001 season and most of 2001 to 2002, with many fearing he'd never regain his magic. But Ronaldo had other plans. The 2002 World Cup became his redemption arc. Brazil was struggling, barely qualifying, but Ronaldo transformed them. Scoring in every match except the quarterfinal against England, he finished with 8 goals, including 2 in the final against Germany to secure Brazil's 5th World Cup, as per FIFA official website. His Golden Boot and 3rd FIFA World Player of the Year award solidified his comeback, and he finally won his 2nd Ballon d'Or, though as I've said, it should have been his 3rd. Post-World Cup, Ronaldo joined Real Madrid in 2002, where his jersey sales broke records on day 1. He scored in the La Liga title-deciding match, the Intercontinental Cup, and the Spanish Super Cup finals. His hat-trick against Manchester United in the 2003 Champions League quarterfinal earned a standing ovation from Old Trafford, a rare honor for an opponent. But injuries persisted. In his 2nd season at Madrid, despite scoring 31 goals and adding 13 assists in 48 matches, he missed key games, including the Copa del Rey final and Champions League quarterfinal, which Madrid lost without him, which is mentioned on La Liga official website. That season, he scored an iconic goal in just 15 seconds against Atletico Madrid, a moment still replayed in 2025 highlight reels. Ronaldo's weight gain became noticeable, later attributed to hyperthyroidism diagnosed in 2007, which slowed his metabolism, a condition likely present since 2003, per medical reports cited by BBC Sport. Despite this, his skill remained undeniable, maintaining a 0.65 goals per game ratio in his peak Madrid years. The later years and lasting legacy. Ronaldo's final years at Real Madrid were bittersweet. From 2004 to 2007, injuries and fitness issues plagued him, limiting him to just 40 matches across his last 2 seasons, with his goals per game ratio dipping below 0.50 in his final year. Madrid fans could see the end nearing. His body simply couldn't keep up with his brilliance. In 2007, he returned to Italy with AC Milan, managing 7 goals in 14 matches despite his physical struggles, a testament to his raw talent. But another knee injury in 2008 sidelined him again, and his second season saw him play less than 300 minutes, a heartbreaking sight for those who'd seen his prime. In 2009, Ronaldo returned to Brazil with Corinthians, where, despite severe weight gain, he helped win the 2009 Brazilian Cup, scoring 8 goals in 9 matches in his first season, per Corinthians' official website. Fans adored him, erupting in joy at every goal, knowing they were witnessing the twilight of a legend. They even petitioned for a final national team call-up, a sign of Brazil's deep love for him. Ronaldo retired in 2011, citing hyperthyroidism and his mounting injuries as insurmountable obstacles. Reflecting on his career in 2025, Ronaldo's legacy is untouchable. With 352 club goals, 62 for Brazil, 2 World Cups, 2 Ballon d'Ors, and 3 FIFA World Player of the Year awards, his numbers are staggering, as mentioned on FIFA official website. But it's his impact beyond stats that defines him. His dribbling, his speed, his ability to inspire awe. In an era where players like Erling Haaland break goal-scoring records and Kylian Mbappé dazzles with pace, Ronaldo's prime remains the gold standard for strikers, a fact echoed in fan debates on X in 2025, where number Ronaldo Nazário trends whenever vintage clips resurface. He never won the Champions League, a cruel twist of fate due to injuries, but that doesn't diminish his greatness. Ronaldo Nazário's story is one of triumph, tragedy, and timeless brilliance. He was the most complete forward football has ever seen. Technical, quick, strong, and smart. A player who could do it all. His journey from Rio's streets to global stardom, his comeback in 2002, and his enduring love from fans worldwide cement him as an icon. In 2025, as we watch modern stars, Ronaldo's legacy reminds us to cherish greatness while it lasts, because you never know when it might fade. For me, he'd be the starting striker in any all-time 11, no question. His ability to dribble, finish, and dominate, even through adversity, sets him apart. What do you think? Where does Ronaldo rank among the all-time greats? Drop your thoughts below, and let's keep this football history alive. If you love this deep dive, give us a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Goal Rush channel for more documentaries on the legends who shaped the game. We've got more stories coming your way, from the Galacticos to the modern giants, so stay tuned for the next chapter in football's epic saga. Thanks for joining me on this journey through Ronaldo's phenomenal career. I'll see you in the next one.